Fenksta, welcome to that Eurovision site. How are you doing
Hi
today?
there. To be fair, tiny bit tired and tiny bit hungover. But other than that, it's fine. I was stuffing myself with honey just so my voice is okay. There's water as well, so I'm good.
So, for the people watching who don't know you, who are you? What's your type of music?
Well, yeah, as you said, hi everybody. I'm Fenksta. My real name is Sasha, as you may see on the screen as well. Um, I come from a little coastal city in Croatia called Umag. It's also where Baby Lasagna is from, because the comparisons don't stop. The music that I do is primarily hip hop, but in my career, I've done albums that are indie pop, acoustic. I've done drum and bass. I've done synth pop. I've done new metal even because there is a song that I have with some other Dora participants. In this case, Eot. We released a song in 2023 that's most similar to Linkin Park, basically.
So, how did you come to be a part of Dora this year?
What do you mean? Why I signed up?
Yeah.
Well, it's the huge love for Eurovision. I've been following it ever since I was a kid. Then I had a period of like 10 years where I didn't watch it, and then I got back into it. Then I got on Reddit to follow all the news about it, all the national finals. And of course, I watched the first heat of Lithuania last yesterday. So even though I'm working on my thing, I'm still watching watching everybody else. And then uh, it was Zenit who represented San Marino in 2021 and 2011. She posted covers of other Eurovision songs, and one stood out particularly to me, and I'm like, oh, I have to rewatch that year. And then as I watched that year, I'm like, okay, let's watch everything else. And as I watched everything else, okay, let's finish this millennium. And then when I watched this, I might as well start from the beginning. So I watched every Eurovision year, and I figured I might as well try. Why not? So
Yeah.
Dora is the way to go because I'm Croatian. I live here, so why not? But I also contemplated signing up for San Marino or Germany because they have fewer restrictions, and San Marino especially is more like a second chance for everybody else.
Yeah. And I think, was it the Eurovision Reddit where you essentially said, like, asked for help or what you should do in terms of Dora? It's sort of like unique in your situation where somebody's already so engrossed within the fandom. How has that helped you in preparing for this?
Oh, you have no idea how much it helped. Not specifically the ideas that people threw out, but um, other people that have reached out to me. Let me put it this way. So somebody in one of the comments on Reddit suggested, "Hey, you might as well ask us." I'm like, "Okay, cool. Why not? Let's make a post about it." And people were dropping ideas, dropping ideas, dropping ideas. And then suddenly I just get an email from somebody who used to be involved in Eurovision, and that's all I'm gonna say about it. I'm not gonna say who it is yet, because there's still time. So somebody who is involved has offered to help with the staging, with the idea of how the performance should be. So now we're working on it. It's a team actually now. So this is going to be fun.
Yeah, and talking more about your song, what can you tell us about your entry extra?
Well, obviously it rhymes on purpose, so it's supposed to. Because I remember 2023, I look at the list for Dora and I see Mama Szczy, and I'm like, I don't even know what the song is. I know who Let 3 are, but this has to go to Eurovision just for the sake of people having to pronounce Szczy. I really wanted that. And then last year, same thing. uh, as silly as my entry sounds, it was the same thing with Rim Tim Tagidim. I'm like, wait, Baby Lasagna, Rim Tim Tagidim? Huh? It's silly enough, and I wanted it to go. And that was even before I realized that, that Baby Lasagna is somebody I've known for 15 years. I just randomly look at my Instagram. I'm like, wait, I follow Baby Lasagna? And then I notice, oh, it's Marco. Okay, I get it now. So it kind of the same way I'm trying to create a trifecta. So so it's Sh, Rim Tim Tagidim, Fenksta Extra. But the song itself, uh, it well, of course, I had the idea to sign up for Eurovision, and me being fashionably late to everything, procrastinating as it is in my nature, I started really late with the whole thing. I think the deadline for Dora was November 15th, and I started writing the lyrics sometime like October 30th. So I managed to do everything, but it all started with the music. I already prepared some instrumentals. I sent instrumentals out to friends who love Eurovision, who love hip hop, and I wanted to just to see what resonates with people. And the beat I ultimately picked was in the top two or top three for almost everybody. So I figured, okay, that's the vibe I'm going for. And then I thought of what kind of topic to cover. One idea was, to cover something food related because it's funny and you don't expect it. But then ultimately, I went through my notes on my phone and I saw this one note that just says F blending in. I'm like, okay, okay, that's what we're taking, not be part of the system. So that's essentially the idea. I'm throughout the song, I'm talking about all the things that piss me off, that everybody's just trying to get on trends, everybody looks the same, everybody behaves the same. Then generations above us have certain expectations, they want us to follow traditions. I'm like, no, I don't want that. I reject that. No, because I'm extra, I'm unique. That's me.
You say
So
you've
that's essentially it.
you say you've known Baby Lasagna for 15 years.
Yeah, more or less, yeah.
Is that just from being in the same town or what?
Yeah, yeah. That's exactly it. It's a small city. I think it has like 10,000 inhabitants, and then if you take the whole county, it's maybe like 16,000. But you're kids, young adults, and then okay, I now I meet you. Okay, there's few places that you can go out. You meet people, you know people. Then this person knows this person, and this is everybody knows everybody basically.
So how much of an effect do you think that his result at Eurovision has had on people applying to Dora this year and just in I agree, I think the Croatian music scene?
I think it had a great impact because yet again we had the biggest number of submissions ever, which is great because it shows that people are interested. But I think that also because he achieved the silver medal, then everybody thinks that they can perform the same way. But there's so many elements that just need to fit. I talked to Boris from EOT, and he says, no, what happened to him? That's one of a million. That's not gonna repeat itself that
Yeah.
quick. It might, but maybe in 20 years. So I joked, aha, so 2044, Fenksta wins Eurovision. Got it.
I think this one will be interesting with you because usually we just get the same few answers over and over again. Which are your favorite Eurovision songs
Ever.
ever?
Okay, this is going to be such a different answer. However, I must say that I noticed throughout my rankings, because I have a spreadsheet of everything, um, I tend to like more upbeat songs. So I'm just going to list my top five. So I have Go A with Shum, so Ukraine 2021. I have Little Big Uno, which was on Eurovision, sadly, and I'm pretty sure this would have won. Both I've seen live. And I actually met the guys from Go A, except for Katarina because she was busy with all the Ukrainians who were there. Then I have Baby Lasagna because the song is
Obviously.
amazing, and I've seen him live. Aside from just hanging out with him last year, I've seen him live one, two, three, four, at least five times because I'm just there. He's there, sure. Then I have Karya with Cha Cha Cha. Also saw him live last year. And then my number one spot, and this will never change, is gonna be Trenulețu by Zdovši's Dub. The Balkan in me is so happy when the song starts. It feels like a what we like to say. It feels like somebody's dancing colo, and it's just like a wedding scenario. It's such a happy song.
Yeah, I love Trinidad. So how are your preparations going? I know you said you can't reveal much yet. How are your preparations going for Dora?
Well, as everybody knows, I got in as a second reserve, so time is limited, but it's not impossible. I had, I think, 6 or 7 meetings just yesterday. So there was an interview with a Croatian site. It was an interview with a high school close to where I live. It was meeting with the person who's going to do the outfits. It's a meeting with the person who's going to do the choreography because There has to be some planned movement. I'm not saying there are gonna be dancers or that I'm gonna dance. I'm just saying movement on stage needs to be planned. Um, Also, as for lights, special effects, that has to be talked about with Hayate, what we can do, what we cannot do, what has to be programmed. They also offer pyrotechnics for everybody, so I'm not sure if, I mean, bands are going to use it for sure, but I'm not sure just yet. I mean, fire, yeah, but it has to be there. I think everything costs. Some of the things are covered by Hayate, some of them are not, which is fine. It's me applying to be on Eurovision, so most of it should come out of my pocket anyway.
Yeah. So, for those who don't know you already, what are some other songs that you've released that you think if they like extra that they'd like this one as well?
Okay, I mean, as I said, I've released different kinds of music. There's even an entry on IMDb about me because I provided the soundtrack to a indie horror show, I think, but that was way back. It's nothing like super professional. That's why it's indie. But some friends from college made this horror series, and I provided the soundtrack for one episode, and it was fun. It was more like a breakbeat thing, like slowed down drum and bass, because music production is fun, and that's also what I've studied. But as for songs, what I definitely recommend to check out is my Dora 2024 submission that I also did. It's a more serious song. It's even slower than Extra. It's called Ogledalo, which means mirror. Um, I mean, it's on YouTube, so it's easy to find. It's on my channel. I also did a song called Temperatura, which just means temperature. That's more like a fun summer song that I did in collaboration with a children's YouTube channel here. Because I was on their talent show and they offered, "Hey, we have a song. You want to do it?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure. Why not?" A lot of stuff is relatively older, like the early 2010s. I've done a lot of collaborations with people from the US where it's like just fast hip hop. So I don't know which song specifically I want to I want to highlight. I think I would gonna go with Underground Choppers 6 because there's 10 of them. But specifically on number 6, there's me. There's 14 people on the song, and everybody's just yada yada da, 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 da. So whoever likes that can look it up.
And I know you said at the start you were watching like Lithuania yesterday. Have you been watching like a lot of the national finals so far this year?
The actual answer is I've been watching all of them. But the thing is, I try to avoid the studio versions. So aside from Croatia, I don't want to. I want to go in blind so that I watch performance first, and then if I like the song, I'll keep listening to the studio version. But I watched Monte song, I watched Festivali Kangas, I watched the first heat of Lithuania. I don't even know what's next. I think Moldova's artists are announced. Let me quickly open up the Eurovision calendar. Uh, Okay,
Yeah.
so the next thing it's in 4 days. I see Lithuania Heat 2, Belgium Showcase number 1, and Moldova has auditions. So until the 18th, which I think is Saturday, nothing's gonna happen. So I don't have anything to watch.
Yeah. So what have been some of your favorite ones so far this year?
Of the ones I've heard, well, let's go with Montesson first because that was the earliest. I like Neon Neon. They were good. It's a shame they won't be, but I prefer Nina Žižić. So if I make it to Basel, I'm happy to have the opportunity to meet her because she's been amazing in 2013. Her vocals are just insane, and I've had it for years in my notes like ideal features and collaborations. And I just put like, aha, Nina Žižić, okay, what might she cost? Let's ask her. Maybe people do it for free. Who knows? But Nina Žižić has a great song. As far as Albania goes, I don't remember a lot of them, but Škoda Elektronike, I mean, because they won, I listened to it the most time, so it's a good song. I like it. As far as Lithuania is concerned, at least the first heat, none of the songs appeal to me that much. And then, of course, we have Croatia. So there, I want to highlight Marko Bošnjak, and I'm pretty sure he's going to win. Magazine, amazing song. Lelek, amazing song. Eot, amazing song. I like Ananda as well. And I also contacted her, so I think a friendship is starting there. Who else did I like? I liked what Luka Nijic prepared. That was cool. I like the whole idea of him just leaning against the wall and just I feel down, and just he goes down. It's just it's silly, and silliness works. It's just like, well, Little Big, their humor that's appealing to me.
And just finally, is there a message that you'd like to give to the audience here whilst we have you here?
Okay, let me think about it because I want to say something that's impactful. Um, yeah, but let's just go with the message of the song. Basically, do you be weird, be cringe, and don't listen to anyone's BS.
Thank you very much, and best of luck in Dora.
Thank you very much.